What them 5 questions got to do with cash value? Because now that you understand that about a bank, this is how the cash value of a life insurance policy works. Because it works the same way. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It works the same way. So when you look at a cash value life insurance policy, keep in mind the technical word of a cash value. The cash value of the policy is called cash surrender value, right? The key word in it is surrender. Surrender means to what? Right? What does surrender mean? Right? Surrender means to, obviously, to give up, right? I did an analogy back in the day. When I think of the word surrender, I think my hands up, right? I think my hands behind my back. I give up. Think I'm on my knees, bro. You know, they got me. I surrendered. I gave up. When you think of this, look, it's called it's called cash surrender value. Cash surrender value. If I read surrender value or surrender cash, if I read it backwards, it's surrender cash. So I always ask if this is because watch this. When people sell it, they always say cash value. They don't use surrender. And I said this before, whenever you're dealing with somebody whole life that's trying to sell you on a cash value, I want you to say this, right? So let me ask you something. Isn't it called cash surrender value though? When you keep telling me cash value, aren't you leaving out a word? Because when they market it, it's just straight cash value. But in the paperwork, it's cash surrender value, right? And that surrender word means a lot, right? Does that make sense? So you said, wait a minute. If this surrender, you say, wait, who's cash? When the insurance company made this policy up, right? Who's cash that they intend on being given up? Mine it is. Just think about this, right? You didn't write the damn policy, the insurance company did. So when they went behind the scenes writing the policy and they put an element called cash surrender value, which is somebody surrendering cash, the question your logical mind got to say, who's cash at some point that the insurance company intend on being given up, yours or theirs? Come on, bro. I always say, bro, if you need me to figure that out for you, bro, listen, you up shit's creek in life. You know damn well the insurance company ain't make no product for them to give up in that situation, for them to give up they might know they gonna, you gonna surrender yours. So I always say, whenever I'm dealing with cash value, my biggest problem is in the name. The first problem is the name of it. Because I don't like the idea of me having to give up my cash on something that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm paying for. It don't make no sense, but they got an element where I got to give up my cash at some point. So I always say I got a problem with the name. But the second part of it is, or they got, there's 4 hard problems of it, right? And I always say this is how the cash value works. So let's say, for instance, somebody had let's say they had $100,000 policy. Real quick, somebody had a $100,000 policy whole life, right? Let's say they pay $100 a month. The way it works is a percentage of the premium that you're paying every month goes into to pay for the death benefit, right? Which a lot of times it ain't enough. But the other percentage of your premium goes into a savings account called cash value, right? Once again, it's called cash surrender value. Always ask yourself, what does surrender mean? It means to give up. Whose cash I got to give up? 9 times 10 is mine, right? That's how it goes, right? So every time you pay your monthly premium, you're not just paying for that death benefit. No, part of the reason why that shit's so expensive is because they're taking up the extra money that shit don't even work, but they're taking extra money and they're putting it into this savings account that they're telling you can use in the future. But this is how the cash value works, right? First part of it, when you look at that quote unquote savings, I always say when you look at that savings, one of the first problems of it is, or the challenges with it is that the interest rate, right? The savings part or the interest rate that you get on the savings, it only grows to 2 to 4%, right? And if you understand anything about money and growing money, Rule 72, say, bro, if I'm only getting 2% to 4% growth on my money when the cost of living is 3%, that means that money not even growing for me, right? To keep pace with inflation. We just exchanging hands, right? That's the first thing, right? The whole concept of growing money makes no sense if I'm only getting 2 to 4% and watch this, I'm getting 2 to 4% return on my money on little money. That's the thing. It ain't like you was getting 2 to 4% on $100 million. No. If I'm only getting 2 to 4% on $30, if I'm getting 2 to 4% on $40, you really up shit's creek. Does that make sense? See, one of the screwdrivers of cash value is they try to take the big income principles and put it on little income people. You can't take big income principles, put it on little income people because the numbers don't add up. Now watch this. If I take 2% of 100 million or 4% of 100 million, I'm still in the millions. Think about it. I'm still in the millions. All right? 4% of 100 million is 4 million. I'm still in the millions, see? But if I take 4% on $100, that's $4. If I take 2% on $100, that's $2. You understand. You gotta put things in proper context, right? So if I'm taking 2 to 4% on that money's not gonna grow for me over the course of my lifetime like I need it to. Does that make sense? That's the problem with it. Second thing, watch, the second problem with it is, right? And I always say this, in every cash value, listen, in every whole life policy, there's a cash value chart, right? That's designed to team. It's designed to show you, team is designed to show you, based on what year you have the policy, how much money is supposed to be in your cash value. It shows you to you, right? And I said it before, I'm not going there, but I always say, if you ever want to know the power of your cash value, read it backwards. What is my cash value? It's the value of my cash at a particular year. That's all it is, right? So if I open a policy, right, I'm in year one, just go to your cash value. Say, listen, after a year of paying my premium, right? What's the value of my cash this year? After 2 years of paying my premium, right? What's the value of my cash this year? After 3 years, 4 years, and you'll start comparing to what you're paying, compare what the value is, right? 90% of the time, the value of the cash, right, in a traditional whole life policy is less than the money that you contributed to it, right? Because for the first 3-4 years, sometimes longer than that, but for the first 3-4 years of a traditional whole life policy, the cash value is zero. So keep in mind, I always say, keep in mind the feelings you had if you was dealing with the bank and you found out like, hold on, dog, wait, you say, hold on, dog. After the first year, I got zero. You'd be pissed after the first year. But imagine if after 2-3 years, imagine after 2-3-4 years, you got zero in there. If you thought you'd be pissed after 1 year, imagine going to look at your cash value chart because it's fixed. Imagine going to look at your cash value chart and seeing zeros for 3 years, right? But always go to that cash value. So the other part of it is, and this is a lot of people don't talk about too, the cash value of a traditional whole life policy, watch this, it's only designed, right, to equal the death benefit when you turn 100 years old. So hypothetical, if somebody has a $50,000 whole life policy, got $50,000, right? From the time you buy, it's only designed to grow to $50,000 when you turn 100 years old, right? If you turn 100 years old, that's what it's designed to do. So the whole this is why it trips me out. The whole notion of saving money over time for future things. Say, bro, if at 100 years old, this shit gonna be 15. Come on, man. If at 100, it's gonna be 50,000. I promise you, it's in the paperwork. If at 100, it's gonna be 50,000. What the hell do you think it's gonna be when you turn 60? If it's going to be, I'm using that as an example, if it's only going to be whatever the death benefit is at 100 years old, what do you think it's going to be at 50 if you bought it at 20? What do you think it's going to be at 60? And then ask yourself, what the hell is you going to do with $10,000, $15,000? What is you going to do with $20,000 at 60 if you're about to retire? What are you going to, and that's the crazy part of it is, right? I always say, like, why do you sell people on retirement? You know, goddamn well nobody going to retire with no $20,000, man. And if you sold, that's what I'm saying. Why would you sell? That don't even make sense. That's a stupid sell. Why would you tell me, but you don't tell me that, right? The death benefit is already small. But the cash value that you're telling me is so great, it's only designed to equal the amount of the death benefit when I turn 100 years old? Yes, but you could use it for retirement. Okay, let's pay the math then. If it's going to be 50,000 at 100, what that shit going to be to me at 60? Genius? It's only going to be 50 at 100. What is it going to be to me at 60? What is it going to be for me at 50? Can I retire up that? No. So why are you even telling me retire? Why you sell me that? Why you even sell me that? It makes no sense, right? But that's part of it, right? Second, another part of it is this. I'm telling you how the cash value work, right? You decide if you think it's good for you or not, right? Look, you can feel how you want to feel. That shit ain't going, and nobody can sell me on. Nobody, ain't a damn person can sell me on that. You can't, because you can't break that. You can't break that logic down to me in no form for that shit to make sense to me, right? Think about that. Another part of it is, if I want the money out, this is my favorite. This is the part everybody likes to jump to. But if I want the money out of a cash value policy, if I want the money out of a cash value policy, guess what? Guess what you got to do? So I'm the one put the money in there. I'm the one put the money in there, right? But if I want the money out my cash value, guess what I got to do? You got to borrow the money back from the insurance company. Think about that. You got to borrow the money back from the insurance company. Say, wait a minute, didn't I give it to you first? Well, yeah. You gave it to us first, but we holding it though. So if you want the money back, I'm gonna deal with something in a minute, right? You gotta borrow the money back from us, even though you gave it to us first. And anytime you borrow anything in America, guess what people charge you? 6 to 10% interest. I'm gonna deal with something hard right here. 6 to 10% interest. And you gotta pay the insurance company back. You say, wait a minute. Why do I have to pay you back if I'm the one who originally gave you the money? I want you to write that question down. Why do I have to pay you? Well, first of all, if I gave you the money first, why don't you just give me my money back? That's question one. That's question number one. If I gave you regarding this cash value, if I gave you the money first, right? Why can't I just give my money back? Because if I went to a savings that y'all selling it, if I put that money in, I could just take my money out. I ain't got to go through no paperwork to get it's my money. Why am I going through a loan process that could take up to 6 months? Why am I going through a loan process that could take up to 6 goddamn months for me to get my money? And I gave it to you first. Why is that? Just ask somebody. Why is that? And answer. Look at pay attention to the answer they give you. Because keep this in mind, team. There is no cash value without your premium. And no policy. I don't care if it's whole life, universal life, index universal life. Write this down. There is no cash value without your premium. You can write that down. There is no, so no problem. If there's no cash value without my premium, then my question to you is, why the hell can't I always go get my premium? Because this ain't an investment. This ain't an investment. No, you can't. No, it's insurance, right? So you can't play, and I always say, you can't play the investment rules if this ain't an investment account. This ain't an investment account, so you can't play them rules. No, this is an insurance thing. This is supposed to be safe, right? This is a safe thing. So if this is an insurance policy, don't give me all the rules and restrictions of an investment account, especially if you're not about to give me the rate of return of it. If you're not about to give me the possible rate of return of an investment. It's interesting. Why do I gotta, if I gave you the money first, why I gotta borrow it back from you? And then pay you back? Fool. And I said, boy, listen, I'm trying to, that shit don't make no goddamn sense, right? And the last thing is, watch this, then the last thing is this. Let's say you never touched the money, right? And I'm giving you a brief. Let's say you never touched the money, right? Let's say you're on a $100,000 policy. Let's say you go at 80, 85, 90, whatever. Let's say 85, 90. Let's say you got $90,000 in your cash value. Let's say you're $90,000 in your cash value, right? So now, look, you got the $100,000 debt benefit. You got $90,000 cash. Family go to the insurance company, they tell the thing, they get both of them, right? Because at the end of the day, it's your money, right? You the one been building the money in that savings, right? Yeah, it's been getting some interest, but it's still your money. So life happens, your family would tell the thing, they go to the insurance company, get the whole debt benefit, right? They would also think they can go to the insurance company, they also think they go to the insurance company, watch this, and get the whole cash back. They get the whole savings, right? No, it don't work like that. The insurance company will give your family a choice. You can either get the debt benefit, $100,000 in this scenario, or you can get the $90,000 in cash. Which one you want? Say, which one I want? Yeah, what you mean which one I want? It's my savings, ain't it? Yeah. Wait. My premium been billing it, right? Yeah, you've been getting some interest on it too. Yeah, but you can't give me interest on $0. I'm not stupid. You can't give me interest on $0. So the only way you was able to give me interest is that I had to give you money first. Right? Right. So what I'm saying is the money that I gave you for you to give me interest. Why don't my family get that money? Because if I had it in a savings account, if I had it in an investment account, genius, I would still get that money. So why is it if I put that money in there, I don't get that money? Explain that to me. I only get the debt benefit, which is short anyway, it's small anyway. But why don't I get that savings money though? Why I don't get it? Why? Oh, not why I don't get it. Why they don't get that money? Just ask them and let them answer it. Why they don't get that money? It's theirs. Well, because we did this, fool, you can't get interest on $0 and nothing. Because simple mathematics. Anything times 0 is what? Hey, watch this. Anything times 0 is what? That's what everybody knows. It's 0. So I don't care if you told me, team, I don't care if you told me, man, I'm getting 10% interest. There's no premium, genius. 10% times 0 premium is $0. So the only time this shit grows, if I get premium, I just want you to keep that in your mind. Because once you understand that, then the whole borrowing idea goes down the damn drain. And then you're telling me if I never use that shit, you keep all the money? Hold on, man. If I never touch this, you keep the money? Yeah, you keep the money, right? Listen. And I say, damn, you go take all them feelings you had about that bank, and I'm telling you, that's exactly how that shit working with a traditional whole life policy. So I always say, man, you know, and I'm just telling you how cash value works. You say, Twine, you sure that work like that? I say, go give me a policy. I can show it to you. Go give it to me. You go find anybody got a whole life policy, DM me, I'm going to show you exactly where it's at. Everything I say, I'm going to show you exactly where it's at. Right? So not only am I overpaying in the premium, I lose that. Not only is the debt benefit small, you lose that. Now the cash value is wired like that. Damn, even if I put money, I'm always behind. Yeah, even if I save up all the money, I never touch it. Y'all keep it. Damn, but watch this. Watch this one for you. But let's say you get to a point where you say, you know what? Man, I got something that came up. Listen, I need all of them. How much in that cash value? Let's say they said, man, you got 5,000 in there. Man, you know what? I need all that money right now. I got something that came up. I need all that money. Listen, can I get all my money out of my cash value? Can I get 100% of the money out of my cash value? Because if it was a savings account, I could get all my money. Insurance going to come and say, well, yeah, we could cut you the money. Only problem is, if you take all your money from us, you're going to have to surrender your coverage. You're no longer covered with us. If you take all your money from us, you surrender the protection, and your family is no longer covered. So you take your $5,000, but the $100,000 is gone. You got to find another insurance company if you dare take the money from us. Wait a minute, hold on, dog. Talk. You always ask a whole lot of person, right? Didn't I give you the money first? Yeah, you gave us the money, but wait. I thought the money that I was paying in premium was for the death benefit. Right? The money I'm paying in premium, ain't it for the death benefit, right? Well, yeah. So my point is, I don't give a shit what happened with the cash value. Why is whatever I want to do with this savings, why does this affect my death benefit? Because it shouldn't be connected. Because my savings is my savings, my death benefit is my death benefit. So why is it that if I want all the money out my cash value at this moment because I got to take care of some life stuff, why do you threaten to take my death benefit away if I want all my money from the savings? Ask them, why is that connected like that? Because see, when I go to the cash value, I'm not saying I don't want to be covered no more. I'm saying y'all told me I could use this as a savings. So what I'm saying is, if I could use this as a damn savings, I just need a little money to go take care of the situation. Why can't I just go get this goddamn money, right, and still keep my death benefit? Why do you have an element that if I want to take all my money out of my cash value, I got no more coverage? What is the connection then, sir? What is the connection between my premium, the cash value, and the death benefit? Because I thought when I buy life insurance, I'm buying the damn death benefit, right? That's what it is. Go ask him that. If I take all the money out of my cash value, I take all the money out of my cash value, what happened to the coverage? Well, you know, we don't. No, wait. Why is that connected? Listen, why is that connected? Why is what I do with savings for the future connecting to what happens if I'm not here no more? Why is that shit even connected? That's two different pots of money, right? Ain't that two different pots of money? Yeah, that benefit. When I buy insurance, I'm buying that check. When I pay you my premium, I'm paying for that check. What that got to do with the money that's in the cash? Why is that connected, man? And let them explain it to you and see if you like the answer. But that's cash value. That's traditional whole life. Now, it's okay, cool. Well, it ain't cool, but that's how it works. And I would say, if you think that's good for you, then keep it. You roll with it. But I'm just telling you, for me, that program can't beat term. Term is I pay a lower premium, I get a bigger death benefit, and I still get all the stuff that they claim go with it.